Heavenly Father, we come to you today with thankful hearts for bringing us together. We ask for your guidance and wisdom as we begin this meeting. Help us to engage in meaningful discussion, to communicate with respect, and to make decisions that reflect integrity and serve the best interests of all. Grant us patience with one another and help us to work together efficiently to achieve our goals. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States. Pledge allegiance to the honor of the Texas flag, and the allegiance to the Texas, one state under God, one indivisible. All right, have roll call of the board of directors.
Yes, sir. Kevin Kitchnick.
Here.
Devin Bakta. Susie Sullivan.
Here.
Ed Bennett.
Here.
Caitlin Shoup.
Here.
John Cudd.
Here.
Deanne Hevelin. Gabriel Hillpool.
Here.
James McGill.
Here.
Deborah Marie, interim chief appraiser.
Here.
Melissa Bell, attorney.
Here.
Terry Noack Taylor.
Here.
We have a quorum, sir.
Thank you. The meeting of the Board of Directors of the Nueces County Appraisal District has been called to order, and let the record show that a quorum of board members are present, that this meeting has been duly called, and that the notice of meeting has been posted in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, Government Code 551, and any conflict of interest affidavits have been received and placed on file as required by law. Do we have any public comment?
No, sir.
Okay, no public comment. Consent agenda. Approval of minutes from the September 11th, 2025 meeting. Approval of the minutes from the October 30th, 2025 special meeting. Approval of September and October 2025 disbursements. Receipt of November 2025 litigation report. Receipt of statement of expenditures as of September 30th, 2025 and October 31st, 2025. And do we have anybody who wants to discuss any of those items? Hearing none, I need a motion to pass.
I make a motion to pass.
John Cudge makes the motion,
Second.
second by Susie. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 7, we'll go to taxpayer liaison officers report.
Kevin, I'm sorry. I don't know if you mentioned F, the section 2525B correction of the appraisal rule.
I don't think I did. Yeah, section 2525F, the correlation of the appraisal rule third quarter notice was also included in that.
Good morning. Morning. Okay. Okay, and I'm gonna add to this because this is from October, but there were 2 complaints. One was, as you have probably read, there was some misunderstanding with this. It had to do with the e-file system, and the gentleman was inadvertently sent a message that said that his hearing would be rescheduled, and that was done in error. I talked to the property owner, I talked to the appraiser, we realized what had happened, and I brought that to Mr. Tiller, and he approved for it to be reopened, and the hearing was scheduled like within days. So that property owner had his hearing and everything went well with him. The second one, a property owner had filed a protest, had his hearing, was unhappy with the results, so he filed binding arbitration. And when they file binding arbitration, once that is processed by the comptroller, they have 45 days to work with the appraisal district to come to an agreement to settle it before going to arbitration. This gentleman was unhappy with the way the appraiser, with the evidence she presented to him, and he provided her, and I believe she told me there were 32 emails provided by this gentleman with all kinds of information that was basically irrelevant to his protest. At any rate, he was very disappointed with how he didn't get what he wanted, basically. And so after talking to the appraiser and talking to this gentleman multiple times, I dismissed this complaint because it was just because he was angry and he was upset. So there was nothing done inappropriately. the appraiser did everything she could to work things out with this gentleman. And again, I dismissed it because it was just, he was upset. Appraisal Review Board, that's all different. Those numbers for applications and appointments are all different because it changed on a daily basis for a couple weeks with people giving me applications and people telling me they were not coming back. So that's different. There were actually 16 applications, I believe, submitted. So, and you have all of those. And so I'm assuming appointments will be done today, as well as appointments for the chair and the secretary of the ARB as well. I do have, I got this information this morning from Tony that there were 4,779 protest hearings. So the ARB was very busy. And combined with those and top lines, there were 9,000 and some, 9,000 plus, give or take 50, that were also part of the process this year. So 9,000 protests were quote unquote heard and determined. So that's a lot. They worked really hard. Also, a message from Mr. Tiller. He is unable to be here this morning, but he wanted me to express his gratitude to the board for your support and your confidence in him. He was a fabulous chair, and I really, really enjoyed working with him, but he wanted me to express his thanks to you. And sorry he couldn't be here, but he's getting surgery this morning, so. Anything else? Any questions for me? Nope.
Any questions for the board?
No? Okay. All right, well, thank you.
I know we've got some people here for some other items, so I'm going to skip over to item number 11, discussion interaction regarding the process for hiring the taxpayer liaison officer. That's okay with everybody?
Sure.
All right, let's skip on item number 11, discussion action regarding process for hiring taxpayer liaison officer.
So historically, we've posted an advertisement for a job for the TLO. I'm not sure if that's what the board would like to do with this for the TLO for now, to get them posted on, I think, either on Caller Times or the Jetty. So
Have we had a posting for this yet?
no,
There's not been one?
no, there was one for when job
Okay,
was open for TLO back, I think, in 2022 or 23. So, but not recently. So
Okay.
it would be something that you would determine if you want to do a job posting in the newspaper.
what is the desire of the board?
I believe we have received one applicant, but we haven't had a job posting.
Has the board seen the applicants, or has that been made available to the board members?
It was right in the packet.
What?
No, no, not yet. No, it was, that's for the ARB. So it
Okay,
wasn't.
so I think it would be appropriate to post.
Post it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was Terry on the AR? Is that how you got to this spot, Terry? Were you on the review board first?
Yes, I was on the ARB and I was coming to the end of my third term. And Bob Moffett agreed to stay until July, and then I just resigned from the ARB and my husband walked across the hall and was appointed. But I believe it was advertised and there were other applicants, so I was interviewed.
Okay.
Gosh,
Have we asked any of our current ARB if they are interested?
They knew that I was retiring and no.
And not
Everyone said, no, thank you. I want to do that.
It's actually, I think.
I know I've had a couple
Yeah.
reach out to me, but I think we need to go ahead and post that
Yeah.
position and get applicants for that. And
I
so I think, do we need a motion on that, or do we just need to give a directive, or?
I think to do a motion.
Okay, I'll make a motion to,
I have another question
okay,
with
sure, go
that.
ahead, go right ahead.
Would you want to post it for 2 weeks?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because it'll be a month before we have the next meeting anyway, so.
Should we post it somewhere on social media too? Because, I mean, the caller time.
We can post it on Indeed.
Yeah, I mean, that would, I think, I mean, maybe.
Definitely get on
maybe
social
Indeed,
media,
whatever
LinkedIn,
else
Indeed,
you
something
think
like that.
about, Yeah.
Indeed, yeah.
Indeed. We'll do that.
And then, of course, just general posting here at the district also
Okay.
on the website, so,
Because it's always part-time, right?
Yes.
yes.
Well,
Part-time,
it would-
I guess it fluctuates within the season.
It would be posted as
Yeah.
part-time.
Yeah, I'm here every day that the ARB is here, so that's pretty much all of May, June, July, and September. But I do work from home the other days, answering emails and phone calls. So it's kind of different, but it's
So seasonal, kind of almost full-time seasonally, but then back to
Right.
part-time.
yeah,
the
and then
rest
the
of the
other
year.
ones, it's just phone calls.
So I'm sure our posting will describe that.
We'll make
Like
sure
these
to,
months is more hours, these months is more part-time,
okay,
right?
yes.
and then we'll make that decision in December, at the December meeting. So that's my motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
I,
Pose same sign? All right, motion carries. All right, now let's go back up to item number 8, discussion or action to approve order designating appraisal review board members and auxiliary appraisal review board members, setting terms of office. And so let's jump over to 8. Terry, can you kind of go over who is available to be a regular member, and who is available for appointment as auxiliary board members?
Okay, so. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? 7 people who reapplied for their current positions. And traditionally, they are appointed for 2-year terms just because there's no reason not to.
Okay.
So those 7 that I included in the letter, 2 of them, Sylvia Benavides and Joe Turner, are already on the full board. And the others at this point are auxiliaries. So there. Okay. So one of the full board members, Shelley Crum now, who is in the middle of her 2nd term, she has asked to be moved from full board to auxiliary position. She doesn't want to work full. She's come up with a health issue. It's nothing terrible. She's fine, but she wants to not have to work full time. So she was asking to move down to auxiliary. Having said that, that would make 4 open positions on the full board. There are 4 people who are interested in that. Daniel Gallegos and William Schmidt are already ARB members and would just like to be moved from auxiliary to regular board. And then 2 new people, Maria Benavides and Tracy Jackson, are interested in being full board members. And that would fill those 4 positions. They will be new appointees. Bill and Daniel, well, Daniel's reapplying, so he would be an appointee, but Bill is just asking to move from auxiliary to board. It's moving full-time to part-time, part-time to full-time. So they didn't have to resign and reapply or anything. It's just a really kind of a lateral move.
Okay, so kind of going back on that, so Shelley wants to be
on auxiliary,
Shelley wants to move to auxiliary,
right? And she's in the middle of her 2nd term.
and then who is wanting to move from auxiliary to full?
William Schmidt and Daniel Gallegos.
And they did not have to apply, correct?
Daniel did reapply because he had come to the end of his 1st term.
Okay, so he applied.
But Bill did not need to reapply. He just wants to,
And Bill is just requesting auxiliary to full.
correct.
All right, got that. All right. Okay, do we need to, I think we probably need to move.
Let's do both of the auxiliary.
And then
Do you want to go to the auxiliary positions?
Yeah, see who's available for
I
auxiliary.
just have one question
Yes,
real
go
quick.
ahead.
Sylvia Benavides and Maria Benavides, are they related?
No, they're not.
Okay, thank you.
I triple checked that. Am I right on that, Sylvia? Sylvia's here, right? You're not related to Ruby? No. At all? Okay.
All right, thank you very much.
Both of the auxiliary.
And can you go over the auxiliary applications?
Like who's available.
Who's
for the
available for
auxiliary.
auxiliary?
Okay, so so do you want to include the reapplying people or?
Yes, anybody we have to appoint, just so we have,
Okay,
so we have that
So,
straight.
Manuel Tilano, Elias De Los Santos,
What was the first one?
Manuel Delano,
Oh, Dariano, okay.
yeah, Elias De Los
Got it.
Santos.
Okay.
Daniel Gallegos, who is one of the people who wants to go to the full board, so mark that however you want. Homer Martinez and Monica Simoncelli.
Martinez and Monica.
And
Simoncelli.
then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new applicants. 2 of who want to be full board. 2, the rest of them want to be auxiliaries.
Okay,
So the auxiliaries would be Terry Goss, Deborah Lujan, Terrence O'Connor, Benjamin Robles, and Louis Thompson.
all right.
I'm probably gonna get in trouble for asking this, but is there a place I'm looking on the application that says if they actually own property?
Yes, it's page 2, I think bottom of page 2 or top of page 3. Some of them do not. Some of these new applicants are renters, but the ones who own it, it should be on that application, and I've checked to make sure they don't have delinquent taxes.
Okay,
So that part's been taken care of.
so you were reading my mind.
Okay, so for the time being, we're going to table, we're going to table items number 8 and 9, and then we'll go into executive session for consultation with our attorneys. And
Can you get a motion to?
can I get a motion to table?
Motion.
Motion to table by Deanna, and second by John Cutt. All in favor? Opposed, same sign. Motion carries, and we will go into executive session.
Well, then we can continue on if you want to do it that way and then go into executive session later, or if you want to go into.
Let's go ahead and go into
executive
executive session
now.
now.
Okay,
And that way we keep everything straight
okay,
and move forward from there.
okay.
All right, so we'll move into executive session. All right. Public notice given that board of directors may elect to go into executive session anytime during the meeting to discuss matters listed anywhere on the agenda when authorized by Open Meetings Act, Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code. Should the board of members elect to go into executive session, then a section or sections of the Open Meeting Act authorizing executive session will publicly be announced by the presiding officer. Upon completion of executive session, the board of directors may take such action as appropriate in open session. Discuss. Let's see here. Consult with legal counsel regarding appraisal review board member appointments and/or removals, Texas Government Code 551.071.
Did you also want to take A in?
And we'll go ahead and take item A also, discuss the Nueces County Appraisal District security measures and related matters, Texas Government Code 551.089. We are now moving to executive session. The time is 10:22. You ready? Yeah, I'm waiting on John to come back, so. Should I put it back? I'm waiting for John to come back.
Yeah, we're waiting for.
More.
We're just on break.
He's gonna.
Need a motion, actually, I'll make the motion to, table items number 8 and 9, discussion action approved order designated appraisal review board members, auxiliary, appraisal review board members sitting terms of office. And number 9, can I do those together?
Yes.
Number 9, discussion and action to select an ARB chairperson secretary for the 2026 years. I make that motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
John Cutt makes a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries. All right, item number 10, discussion or action regarding annual evaluation of the taxpayer liaison officer.
It's your review.
I didn't know if they wanted to
Yeah,
stand there and throw darts.
no. You can stand up here if you want.
Stand up here.
So what I did, I sent out the evaluation. Thank you for completing, taking the time and completing the evaluation. And I did take the comments that were given per your evaluations and put those in the comments. I don't know if you want me to go through every comment, but overall, Terry meets expectations and exceeds expectations. So that's the overall. Of the
Terry's done
evaluation.
an awesome job, so Terry,
So-
we appreciate everything you've done and gonna definitely miss you. And there's no action on this, or just acceptance.
Do you want to receive?
Just a motion.
evaluation?
I just need a motion of receptions of the,
So made.
motion by Gabby,
Second,
second by
Susie. Susie.
Susie.
We
had a good
discussion.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
All in favor?
Aye.
Pose same sign, motion carries. All right, moving on to item number 12, discussion or receipt notice of invalid findings related to 2024 property value study.
Okay, so if you'll look under tab 12, there's a copy of the letter that was sent to the board of directors from the comptroller's office, identifying that Agua Dulce ISD did not meet the local value. And so we are currently working on that. This is from 24. And so we're currently working with the comptroller to try and get that rectified. We will have to pass the property value study for 2 consecutive years before we get into the clear on this issue. But this is just for you all to be aware that,
Were we too high or too low?
we were too high.
That's answering the question. So that should be an easy one to remedy.
Yes,
Okay.
and what it boils down to is we did have a sale that was used that was really an outlier. So just full disclosure to the comptroller, and we're working on it.
And there's no action on that, so we'll move on to item number 13, discussion, or are there any other questions from the board member? All right, moving along, discussion and or receipt of report regarding methods of assistance program review maps.
And so MAPS is the other audit that we get by the comptroller on every odd numbered year. So the last one we received was for the 2025 MAPS review. And this is where they'll come in and they'll look at our methodology. They look at taxpayer services, our policies. Are we in compliance with the statutes? And so Carol Rakunek was the comptroller's representative who conducted our last maps. We had a couple of items at the end of the review back in February of last year that were still to be determined, and they have since been determined that we were in compliance. So we will be getting 100 on the maps review for 2025, which is always a good thing. Does anybody have any questions about that process?
Hearing none, we'll move on to item number 14, discussion or action to make funding for the method and procurement request for proposals for the computer assisted mass appraisal system, the CAMA. Authorize publishing a notice and adopt an order delegating evaluation authority to its selection committee.
So on that item, if I may, I met with Miss Veronica Toomey with the Scotia Woods on October the 16th, which was the day after we were going to be having our last meeting or something. October the 16th at 7 p.m. we met, and she gave me guidance on what were the next steps. And so this order would kick off that process going forward into the RFP.
And do we need to read that verbatim, that RFP notice? Melissa?
The order, I don't think you do, but I guess there are a couple of things. So, I mean, there's several items within this item. And so I know that you all need to find the method of procurement. So that's one thing, that it would be an RFP for the CAMA, authorized publishing notice. That's the second thing, and adopt an order delegating evaluation authority to selection committee. And you have to identify who's on the selection committee.
So as far as the RFP committee, we're going to list those by name and department order. It'll be Deborah Maureen, interim, soon to be chief appraiser, Jared Garcia from the residential department, Jessica Moya from the BPP department, Joey Silva from the commercial department, Christy Hill, taxpayer services exemptions department, Chrissy DeHasick, I butchered that, ARB department, Daniel De La Roca, information technology, and Jacqueline Evers from the GIS. And so those will be the people involved, and that pretty much covers every single department there is. So we got users involved in this process going down. So I appreciate that very much. As far as authorize the method of procurement, that will be through an RFP, and we will be utilizing Scotia Woods as our third-party our firm to take care of this. And then what else do I need to say?
It's authorized publishing
And then we'll authorize the publishing and notice and get those processes started. And so we'll publish that notice, I guess, as soon as this board meeting is over and this is approved, and get that process moving along. I'll make that my motion. I'll never. All that. So do I have a second to that motion?
Second.
Second by John Cudd. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, item number 15, discussion or action related to the 2024 financial audit. Finally. We're there, awesome.
So we have, I think I've just gotten your final good. So I apologize, we've been racing to the end here. I have a draft, but pretty much the draft is not final. There will be no changes to it. I just don't have a copy for you guys, and I apologize for that. I will go over the highlights. We will get you a final copy hopefully this afternoon. And then if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me and let me know, and we'll be happy to discuss any issues. But again, we'll give you the highlights as we would have presented it if it would have been final before this morning. So first, I would like to thank Deborah, Irma, and all the team for the hard work. I know it was an interesting year. It was a transition year. There was a lot of changes. And with changes and transition comes lots of just things that you have to work through. And so I think we've done a pretty good job of getting through them. Timeliness wasn't on our side in some things, but we got through it. So that being said, as far as the audit report goes, we have audited the Nueces County Appraisal District as for the year ending December 31, 24. And in our opinion, the financial statements of Nueces County Appraisal District are in accordance with accounting principles generally accepted in the United States, and they present fairly in all material respects. During the audit, we exercised professional judgment. We identified and assessed the risk of material misstatements, obtained an understanding of internal controls, and evaluate the appropriateness of accounting policies. So as far as the audit, I'm just going to give you again the highlights, and again you'll have all this information. I apologize again, but the district's assets and deferred outflows exceeded its liabilities overall by $6.8 million as of December 31, 2024. 5.4 million of that is unrestricted and may be used to meet the district's ongoing obligations. During 24, the district's net position increased by 1.2 million, generally due to a combination of higher revenues from investment earnings and rendition penalties, less personnel expenses, and lower outlays for capital assets. The district's governmental general fund reports a fund balance of 4.6 million, which is a net increase of 1.2 million during the year. Of that total, 243,000 is unspendable non-cash form, and 4.3 million is committed or assigned to various plan purposes. There is no unassigned fund balance. Moving forward. So your current assets for the year are 8.1 million. Prior year we're right at 6.6, so they are up about $1.5 million. Overall deferred outflows regarding pensions are down about 500,000. Again, that's a fluctuation that happens yearly based on a future target. Not something really inside your controls. Long-term debt doing more than 1 year is down about 650,000, and overall your assessments were up about 417,000. Revenues charged for services from 1 year to the next. 2024 was right at real close to $10 million. Last year was about 9.6, was up like 394,000. Personnel services went from 6.5 to 6.2. That's a decrease of about 315,000. And overall, the change in that position. Going to the general fund, just to give you a little more information on just general fund, not government-wide. Your budgeted revenues were $10,100,000. Your actual was right at $10,300,000. And your expenditures budgeted $10.1 million. You came in right around $9 million, almost 9.1. So that is an excess revenue of $1.2 million. In regards to fund balance sheets, just a couple notes. Cash current year is almost 7.9. Last year was about 6.4. Receivables current year about 156,000. Last year right around 52. Then we discussed the pension liabilities and the unavailable revenues. So, as far as taxing units, again, that tells you right around 10 million for the revenue of taxing units. Last year, right around 9.6. As far as your self-insurance fund and statement in that position, the restrictions for medical payments this year are 37, almost 38,000. Last year, they were right around 100,000. There's notes to the financial statements. Those notes are in there to provide more in-depth information. Again, you'll be able to see those when we get you the final report. Then we do have in the back, the schedule of expenses is presented for the purpose of additional analysis, as they're not a required part of the financial statements. Such information is the responsibility of management and was derived from and relates directly to the underlying accounting and other records used to prepare those statements. In our opinion, that information is fairly stated in all material respects in relation to the financial statements as a whole. And so you will be provided on page 41 a schedule of expenses that breaks down personnel services, supplies and operating expenses, and professional services into more detail so you can actually see a little bit clearer picture of the line items. All right, so just to kind of recap and wrap this thing up, as you know, the audit was delayed for several months, and I think a lot of that just had to do with transitions. So when we do review internal controls, we are not designing our audit to identify all deficiencies in internal controls. That might be a material weakness or a significant deficiency, and therefore there may exist that we did not identify. However, as you will see in the schedule of findings on the page 43, we have identified a deficiency in internal controls that we consider to be significant. Okay, that is based on the fact of timely preparation of bank reconciliations. Okay, so that is the one thing that we've kind of been waiting on to just get completed for the year so we could wrap it up. So the bank reconciliations were not properly prepared during the year in a timely manner. Okay, that best practice states that all bank reconciliations would be prepared within 30 to 60 days of month end. It's a GASB best recommendation and would be signed off by the approval. So we did. The cause was that we simply had transition. We had employee changeover. We had timing, training, and understanding of the software. And so you did not meet that 30 to 60 day window on your bank reconciliations. So this is a finding that will be reported on the audit, but it's simply a finding. We did work with Deborah and Irma for resolution to that. And they have worked on getting the assistance needed to do training that was required for Irma to get those bank reconciliations done timely. A third-party accounting firm has also been contacted for any necessary needs that you guys have to assist in making sure these things are done timely, and any other training factors. Sadly, we can't do the training for you as your auditor, but to help an accounting function needed to meet those internal controls that are in place. Okay. So that is the audit. Again, I apologize for the run up to the last minute, but we wanted to get in front of you and get you a report. I'll let you know what some of the numbers look like in a timely manner. We will get that final audit report out this afternoon, but is there any questions that I can try to answer for you guys right now?
How many years has your firm done the audit?
I think this is my third year to do it.
And so y'all usually issue a report.
Last year, I believe we issued the report in May.
Do you think going forward we can get back on the same schedule, or because I know how y'all's schedules work?
Oh, yeah, no, we would prefer, based on our schedule of timeframes, to issue that. I was speaking with Irma earlier. The plan would be to issue the engagement letter in February, start the audit in March, and be back to a May timeframe.
Back to a May.
Okay. I don't see any reason why we can't. Things to just kind of think about and understand is the problem that was addressed has just been resolved. So that problem is going to flow into 2025. So I would not be surprised to see the same finding in 2025 that you saw for 24, just simply because here we are in November.
Right.
But I do think, that being said, that the timeliness of everything should be better. I think it should be completed in time. So I think you won't see a major delay in that going forward. It's also important to note that we did do extensive extra audit procedures as part of that delay, just to look at everything, and didn't find anything out of place in regards to that. It was simply a timing issue of getting it done. But yes, we anticipate a normal audit year next year.
Really
for the 2025 audit.
Appreciate everything you've done.
Yeah, no, we got through it. So, it was your team. I mean, you guys had a lot of transition. You had a lot of new people. That's difficult.
You were moving pretty quick. Just a quick question. From what I hear, they were estimated spending 10 million. They only spent 9. So actually, the team actually saved 10%
Let's see.
on 2024. Is that correct?
I can give
Computer.
you numbers.
Computer software.
Yeah, so you were. Your budget was right at 10 million, and you spent. Look at your budget versus actual. You were at 10.1, 10.1 in general government expenditures, and you spent $9,075,000.
Wow, that's outstanding.
So there, I mean, there was some changes back, based on the MD&A, they believe that a lot of the, it was due to a combination of higher revenues from investment earnings and rendition penalties, less personnel expenses, and lower outlays for capital assets than were anticipated.
So we'll probably have to address those.
Yeah.
overages at some point.
Well, and just for the record, I have a really hard time going over financials without the financials in front of me. So even if you don't have them completed, like even if you have some issues where you say this is last minute, it would be for our sake, if we have some, that whatever you can give us beforehand, it would be just better for your time, for our time, because it's really hard to go over numbers.
No, I
We don't have
understand,
the
I do
numbers.
understand, I understand. But it was a last minute, just a rush, and so we
No,
didn't want to give you anything that didn't have some approval from your entity.
Yeah.
But I understand.
Yeah.
In anticipation, we won't have this issue
Yeah,
going forward.
that would be great. Thank you.
All right, well, very good. Do we have any, is there any action? There's no action required on this, so we thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff. Discussion or number 16, discussion or action related to GASB 54 designation of funds.
So the resolution, the GASB 54 that was provided in December was with unaudited numbers. Now we have the audited numbers. So we have the assigned fund that we were able to assign more funding to replacing the HVAC, because we are going to have to replace that. It's going to end up going into a bid. And then also the remodeling of the third floor, we were able to also assign funds there, since we are going to be needing to fix that. And also we're getting funds from the third floor for the Espucia Woods and the Board of Directors Attorney, Legal Counsel. So those funds are being assigned there.
Okay, and so we'll see those in the future.
In December,
In
I
December.
will bring a resolution, and these numbers are going to be presented as well in the resolution, so
Okay.
you can approve them, and we can have it signed.
And some of that will come from those overages that we had, correct?
Yes,
Okay,
that's where it's coming from.
so there's no action needed on that. Thank you very much. Number 17, discussion and action related to the third quarter 2025 investment report. Investment report.
Oh. I'll go here, right?
You're still up.
I thought I was like,
Not yet.
okay, so our investment report, it's, the interest is a little low. So it's gonna be a little bit of a, so this quarter, we earned 2.92% a return on investment versus our benchmark, which is 4.10.
Right.
It's a little bit lower than what we had anticipated, but the interests are coming down. So when we do the
How much
benchmark,
money are we talking about right now?
right now, we are at 55,924 for the investment to tax pool.
So we get in any money market fund, we get between 3 and 3.5%.
Last quarter, we did 3.05%. It did go down this time around.
We have an investment committee, correct?
Yeah, I mean, that's just really
We
low,
do?
you know, I mean, this is.
No, we,
We're
It should
doing
be
that.
around 3.9.
Yeah, well, and I mean, if you go, it depends on whether we can go out or not, but I mean, I'm looking at, if you can bind it a little bit, you're at 3.9 at
Yeah.
Navy Army credit right now, some of them
Yep.
even give you 4.2. I mean, if we have leverage to buy, you know, and I know, but 2 point something is really low. I mean, I get that with a phone call, you know, so,
There are some limitations
Yeah.
with federal, with
Yeah.
with
where we need to go, can go, yeah.
with the public funds, but I think that there are some other options out there. I think
Yeah.
we really need to look at those.
So I mean, that's a flat CD.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
no
exactly right.
risk.
Sorry, you thought we have an investment committee?
If we don't have one, we need to have one. I think we had one at one point, and at some point over my 13 years of being over here, and we had one at one point, but I don't know if we've got one anymore. But if we'd like to do that, maybe we can add that on December.
Good idea.
That
Good
would be
idea.
great, yeah.
Okay, so any other questions on the quarterly investment? Future agenda item. Okay, number 18, receive, identify, and report. Receive report identifying current appraisal district contract.
So our next contract that would be coming up with the 6-month out timeline that the board requested, it would be April. So that would be our custodial janitorial services. That's our contract that would be expiring in April with the 6-month
Okay, so we'll,
timeline.
we'll be working on, do you RFP for it? Do you just put a RFQ out there or request for?
I don't think we have. I think
Bid.
it's just
Just a
been
bid.
extended the past several.
Right, I was gonna say, I might have an extension available.
Okay, all right.
I will check.
We'll just keep
but
that on the
we-
radar, maybe pull that up and let the board see that.
Okay.
Figure out what direction we need to go.
Mhm.
Anything else? Number 19, discussion and or action to approve holiday schedule.
So on item number 19, we have the holiday schedule, and I'm actually going to ask the board to consider approving Columbus Day, adding that to our holiday schedule so that we can be same as the county, same as the post offices. This year, we noticed, we were here trying to call people out, and it was like, oh, I didn't know they were closed. I didn't know they were closed. Oh, the county was, okay, so maybe it was the city I was thinking we added. So just asking the board to consider approving adding Columbus Day for Nueces County Appraisal District. That's Monday, October the 12th.
I think that'd be fine.
And everybody thinks you're close to one, so.
Yeah.
You guys
We
gonna
don't
want
need
the Sunday
official action.
before that?
Yes,
right?
Okay, so we'll need
Get a motion.
we'll need a motion to approve adding that Columbus Day as a,
Actually, the whole schedule is
The whole schedule.
represented on tab 19.
Make a motion to approve the 2026 holiday schedule as represented on tab 19.
need a second? Second. Okay, so we have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Close same sign, motion carries. All right, discussion or action on salary and benefits for the interim chief appraiser. Jennifer.
Morning.
Morning.
Did we have, I don't see any numbers here.
Yeah, I think Jennifer has the numbers.
Okay.
I think there was some discussion about November.
Okay.
So on the meeting on October 30th that appointed Ms. Deborah as the chief, I believe there was some discussion what the annual salary would be for 2026.
Mhm.
Is that public knowledge? Is that
Yeah, yes.
Okay. It was $175,000 annually with a equipment allowance of an additional $9,600 per year. So the total would be $184,600 is what was proposed on the October 30th meeting.
And were there funds available to make that
There were
salary
funds
effective?
available. I concurred with the Director of Finance that there is available funds due to some loss of high-paying positions. So yes, there are available funds for that.
And is that, would we be able to make that effective prior to January 31st?
For
I mean,
November and
December
December,
31st?
yes. There's still carryover funds for November and December
Okay,
out of the 2025 budget.
all right, so I'll make a motion to make Deborah Marines salary effective November. Can we do November 1st? Can we do that?
Yes, and as
Okay.
interim chief.
As interim chief appraiser? And make the salary effective
Second.
November 1st.
A second.
Yeah,
2 seconds.
So we got I got a motion and a second by Gabby.
I'm sorry, and that's salary and benefits.
That's salary and benefits.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Same sign. Motion carries. Is there anything else?
We're in the 20s. 20-something.
Almost. Okay, discussion interaction related to amending board policy of directors policy manual to include additional policies. And this is going to go back to our contract we have with Cobby and our discussion of wanting to get board policies in place for, you know, the various things that we feel that we have deficiencies on and need to clarify, you know, one of them, you know, some. And so we want to get those, we want to get that process moving now that we're past all the other things, distractions that we've had over the past almost year or so. So do we have a direction from you guys or what we need to do?
So on 21, there would be no action. I think it was just to kind of discuss with the board. But then if you want to call item number 22, so that y'all can take up a motion to approve.
Did you have any discussion though about the policies and procedures? Because maybe really that's probably gonna have to have a little committee together to work on that. But is there any discussion of that or any?
Do we have a deadline in or anything?
We don't. Well, we can, I don't think we need to put a deadline. 'Cause I think
Yeah, no,
it's
always working.
It's always kind of a working.
Yeah.
You know, because things change, we need to be able to,
Yeah.
we need to be able to move with those things and make adjustments as needed. But
So if you want to call number 22.
okay, so I'll go ahead and call number 22, discussion action to assign amendment and development of the board of directors. Policy manual to Cobby Caputo and Biggerstaff, Heath Delgado, and Acosta LLP. We don't have to amend the contract, it was already in there, but the contract did say we have to bring that to the board of directors first, so that's the reason why. So I just need a motion
Motion.
for assignment. Motion by John Cudd, second by.
Second.
Yeah, second by
James.
James. Sorry, guys. It's not working today. For those of you who don't know, I have a concussion, so I'm recovering, so that's what's going on. Things just are kind of short circuit upstairs. So I got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Motion carries. All right, we've already done 23, so 24, discussion or action relative to items discussed in executive session. We've already done all that. So 25, interim chief of
So, the member appointments is first on the list. And of 22 entities that are eligible to vote, we have received, we have 13 left to still submit their votes for Gabby Hillpold and Devin Baca. Those are the two board members that are up for election this year. And so currently, like I said, we have 13 left still to submit their votes by November the 28th. We will have 2 email reminders going out to the entities, the first on November the 14th and the second on November the 21st to ensure that we receive the remaining 13. But currently we have, we've received Agua Dulce ISD, Banquetti ISD, Bishop ISD, Calallen ISD, City of Bishop, City of Port Aransas, City of Robstown, Del Mar College, Driscoll ISD. I'm sorry, I've got that reversed. These are the ones that are still outstanding. We've received Aransas Pass ISD. We've received, City of Corpus. We've received their 436 votes. Corpus Christi ISD, we've received their 478 votes. Flower Bluff ISD, we've received their votes. London ISD, we've received their 28 votes. Nueces County, we've received their 294 votes. So in a breakdown, currently we have Devin Vodka at 400, I'm sorry, okay, sorry. Okay, and so, yeah, that's just work in progress. So, yeah, continuing to work on it.
Are there any other names that entities are submitting besides Devon and, or this is just for them?
Because they were the ones.
Right. But
Well,
I
nobody
didn't,
else-
I didn't
nobody
know
else-
if there were
nobody
any
else
other
has
names
applied.
submitted that they could vote for.
Timeline for them to submit a nominee.
I know, yeah, that's what I'm
That's
asking.
already passed, so now we're in the ballot voting.
Yeah, I just
I think
didn't
we're just
know.
asking, was anyone else nominated?
No. Yeah, nobody else was nominated.
Thank you, that's what I meant. Appreciate it.
Sorry. Yeah, there was no other nominations
okay.
that we received.
Okay.
Any other names means, are there any other?
Yeah.
names?
All right, so any other items?
Update on holiday gatherings, which today after the meeting, we'll be having our employee board of director luncheon for Thanksgiving. And we hope to also have one in December after the board meeting, December the 11th, for Christmas. So holiday gatherings, that's the update on that. And then finally, our next board meeting date is December 11th. Oh. Also, we are looking into the TAD conference, which is in February. And so we'll be getting with each of you after the meeting to determine who's interested in attending.
What February, what date?
February, do you remember that? Jennifer? It is February the 22nd through the 25th.
Okay, thank you.
In Austin.
In Austin.
Okay, thank you.
All right, suggested items for next regular meeting. Do we have any?
Can we get a list at the next meeting of the board scheduled meetings for 2026?
Absolutely. Thank you.
And if we need to discuss time and date, you can also do that
Yeah.
at that time. Make sure we're we get everybody on the same page. Anything else?
We had talked about talking about an investment committee.
Yes, investment committee, we put that on there.
And then, of course, the resolution for the general ledger entries.
Any other items? With that, take a motion to adjourn. All in favor?
Fine.
You're now adjourned. The time is 11:37.
Yeah, 20.